What's going on? What's going on to the family out there? It's your boy G Consciousness. We are live. Make sure my sound putting out. Make sure my sound putting out. Peace to the family out there. Mic check, mic check. Make sure. Mic check, mic check. All right, we cool, we cool, we cool. Make sure. All right, cool, cool. Y'all see the title. Basically, it's titled "Why I Don't Support the Lakesha app." And for y'all that don't know, that's a app that um Lex Vortex actually put out. He put out an app, and I'm just basically gonna tell you guys why I don't support it. And hold on for a minute. Hold on. Hold on for a minute. Make sure I share the link. Make sure I share the link. Hold on. Man. Yeah, I know it's super late. It's 11 o'clock my time. What time is it? Maybe 12 o'clock. I'm Mountain Time, so it's 12 o'clock Central and 1 o'clock Eastern Time, I believe. Let me share this link real quick. Share the link. Yeah, so basically, just sitting up, you know what I'm saying, getting ready to go to bed, and I was thinking about some stuff. And, some stuff transpired today, and so I want to speak on some of those things. Basically, some things that went on concerning on global media. Now we had a discussion today about um, Nature Boy, so to speak, and we had that discussion. You know, Nature Boy is this guy who, I guess, he stays in Costa Rica, and he has some property out there. So supposedly he got locked up, or either people were saying that he got murdered or either killed by the cops, and you know concerning concerning what took place with situation in Costa Rica, and I think it was in regards to him having I don't know if it was some issues with people that who he was with that they was legally in a place that they wasn't supposed to be at. I mean, illegally in a place that they were supposed to be at. So I'm really not really sure what took place, but something transpired to where his last video, he basically is getting locked up, so to speak. So he's getting locked up, and for y'all that don't know Nature Boy, you can look him up and YouTube him. And so he moves down to Costa Rica. He has this land and stuff like that, which is good if you can buy land in Costa Rica or either Puerto Rico. The land is really cheap and it's good property. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that you should be trying to do. So he has this thing to where he's just living out in the nature, and he has and then because he deals with polygamy, and other brothers brought their wives there. But in this movement, some of the people that was in the movement began to leave that place, and they begin to say little certain things. And so I began to watch it, what I'm saying, because I wanted to know. I never knew who the guy was until this young lady had sent me this. She sent me some information on it, and I'm just looking. I'm like, this dude just weird. So they all on this island or whatever, and it's these two women. They sitting by each other. They got leaves on their chest and stuff. And so Nature Boy sit beside them and all of that. And so one of them is another man's wife, and the other one that I guess is Nature Boy's wife. Now, mind you not, he was already with a young lady, that was with him when he got there. But somehow, some way, she felt uncomfortable with the situation. Excuse me, that was going on. And so I think she ended up leaving, and she spoke about some of those things as well as some of the other followers. And I think it's called Melanation or some stuff like that or whatever, the little group that they're in. And so, I had something to say about it because I began to look at some of the things that I seen from like occultic activity. And I think that's very important. You can spot occultic activity like real clear. I mean, closely and clear once you've seen it before. You've seen it before, and like, I'm 36 years old. So there's nothing really you can really get past me without me looking at it, without me seeing it. You know what I'm saying? And say something is not right with this picture here. This look like some type of coat or something somebody is in, or something that's really pleasing to their flesh. And so what made me really look at it was because I seen a lot of women really speaking on the guy a lot, and mainly want to go out there, but really so much it wasn't so much that it was go out there and detach themselves away from the grid or whatever the case may be, but really want to go out there and experience this type of nature. And then you running around there, you don't really got no responsibility and as far as like the responsibilities that you will have in America, and you more so intertwined with like nature, like they say, they call him Nature Boy, so to speak. And so I made a comment. I was like, well, he couldn't be that in tune to nature if he got cell phones and other type of technology, and he's still attached to the grid by that way. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna receive a lot of opposition, especially when every time you get a chance to, you jumping online, basically. You jumping on the internet. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be detached away from the grid, then you're not supposed to let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. And so conversation today. And so, I felt like when Lex Vortex came in, he started taking shots. You know what I'm saying? Because I told him that he acts like Nature Boy. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about him? And I said he acts like him. And I'm not really knowing that Nature Boy really came up out of a movement of when you start talking about Dr. York, and we seen what Dr. York did. We seen that Wujawu kind of spoke on some of those things. That you bought this land, but you're not following the type of code that's supposed to be that you're supposed to have to keep the land up. You're in violation of all types of codes and stuff. And then when the people come and get you because you're in violation of those things, then you acting like it's this problem, and then that's not really just dealing with all the other charges that he faced, with the other stuff that he faced in regards to when you dealing with what was he doing? He was dealing with I think molestation or something like that, and sodomy, probably a lot of those things. I'm not sure if that was it, but I know that he was dealing with something. I begin to see that York movement within these guys. York, he taught people many of things, and and after he taught them those things, he basically went off to something else. He was really unstable with what he was teaching. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at a lot of these guys that was in that movement or that knew about York, have a type of attachment or some type of something rubbed off on them, and you can kind of tell that it actually rubbed off on them. So when you look at it, a lot of these guys that's from that movement, it's on them. And so I didn't even know that this guy Nature Boy was off into that, or either Lex was with the Yorkie thing, whatever the case may be. He knew a lot about York, and so Wujawu spoke on those things. And so I felt like the brother was taking a lot of shots, because I spoke on those things about a week ago concerning that. So he jumped up and he started taking shots. Now, mind you not, I hadn't said anything to this guy concerning on this panel concerning about what we talked about last week, but he took the shots because I said he couldn't be too much attached from the grid because he on cell phones. So I'm all types of silly dude and religious. Now, mind you not, this is the same guy, Lex Vortex, right, who uses the Bible basically to bring about any premise that he got. And not only that, is 1 minute he was a Christian, what I'm saying? Then he was a Hebrew Israelite. Then he was a Kemetic, what I'm saying? Now he's this type of great philosopher stone, or he got the philosopher stones. He knows what's going on, what I'm saying? And then, now he's this black power or whatever the case may be. I don't know what to do this, but the dude really dealing with a legion of demons, it seems to me. Basically a legion of demons, a legion of doom, to where this brother has a lot of demonic forces that he's really dealing with. And so he comes out with this app, right? And so while he's on there, he's talking. He says, y'all should have stood behind me. Nobody stood behind me when I put together the Lakesha app, right? And this app is an app to where it is to locate missing children, right? Now, mind you not, I find it odd that this is the very brother that actually spoke against my children when he got mad at me and was like, F your kids can get it too. You know what I'm saying? But now you're actually concerned about kids now, to where you want to come out with this app. So when did you being concerned about kids now? Because some years ago, it was F my kids. You was pulling spells on people, curses on people. Now you want to come up with this app, right? So I told him, I said, listen, bro, in this community, I said, your credibility is really shot, to be honest. Is all the way shot. Because here it is, you're unstable. There's no stability about you. And so you come out with this app, but this is why I was telling people, like, my position on this is, reason why I didn't stand behind the app is because number one is, this brother has no credibility in the conscious community or any community. He has no stability. And so one of the reasons we see why is because he's emotional and he's unstable. We don't know what this brother is, what he can do dealing with this app. because this app is able to locate people. And even though you don't have to give people your address, he said it today. We could have easily found Nature Boy because everybody was looking for him today. We could have easily found him, he said. That's exactly what he said. So how could have found him? Not unless you got some material or equipment to trace this brother. Not unless you got tabs. So so these days you don't need a address. All you need is an app, and that app allows that person to get basically access to your whereabouts. Some of these apps that we have want access to your pictures, want access to your contacts, all of these things. So what's going on, Ishay? So you don't need actually a physical address. All you need is people to sign up for the app. And once they sign up for the app, you allow that app access to your phone, and they can locate you through that app. Now, I'm not saying that's the case there, but I got enough sense to say that if you're going to be using an app to track people, common sense is he's tracking them through the phone. Now, mind you not, this is the same brother that's been threatening people, acting crazy. And so he says, why don't we get behind him and push this app? We didn't get behind it. I didn't get behind it and push it because I realized this brother has a flawed character. He has bad character. This is the same brother that about 2 weeks ago did he challenge people to make a DICK challenge, what they will do for the DICK. This the same brother. This the same brother that was a Christian probably like what 2 or 3 weeks ago or a month ago. Now he's just this I'm just gonna go hard for the Hebrew Israelites and other things, so to speak, whatever the case may be. So it seems to me that the brother was only watching TBN and other shows because we've caught him watching TBN before, just to learn how to scheme, to learn how to do all the money tricks on how to get money from people, because that's what I'm seeing in a lot of these communities. These people are finding a way to get money from people. And it seems to me that the ones that always, it never seems to amaze me. They always got to say, well, I need this to get that. We got to get this app up, or we got to get this up, or to get this footage, I'm gonna need y'all to donate or to give. All of these things they seen coming up out of the church. And so they got it good. They know what to do. They know how to get your money. And these are the very things that these people are doing. So one of the reasons I don't support the app is because I believe, and I'm a firm believer, that if you're going to handle business with somebody, or you're going to do anything with somebody, you need to have good credibility, or you need to have a good relationship with people. Lex Vortex wanted people to stand behind him and have never had a good relationship with anybody, and have ruined almost all the relationships that he had with people. Scheme and plot, or whatever he was trying to do. So that's the thing. You know, he went on O-Hog them, what's in the crack media. He went on them, he played them. He was on my panel, acting wicked and had agenda then. He went on Sinetta's panel and had agenda then. So it seems to me that this brother has a track that he leaves behind him. This really causing problems within the community. So my thing is I stated today, I see why people are not standing behind it. He mentioned it. I didn't have to say anything. I already knew why people wasn't standing behind it. You be a fool and give that guy your information, or just let that dude ping your location if you want to, and he probably get mad and get on a tantrum and be at your house the next day. If he did in the community, right? You got to do something to gain people's trust back. because you didn't did so much foul stuff within the community. You didn't been so much up and down within the community. Nobody trusts you, dude. You ain't got no credibility. Your track record. Look at it and say, I can't do business with this person. And this is my message to all of those people that listen to this: is that you can't expect people to basically crazy with people and then come out and say, I'm just gonna come out with this program such and such, and this what this program gonna be. But I gotta, it's an app that the Amber Alert or a Lakesha Alert app that locates missing children, right? But then you got to sign up for the app, or you got to get your email and put a password in and different things and all types of stuff. It can ping people's locations. So really, it really boils down to, do I really want to do business with this person, or do I really want to get involved with this person because his character is flawed? It's just like, I don't understand how these people think that they can get on the internet and act any kind of way and then basically try to conduct some type of business as if these people don't watch the internet to see how you acting on the internet. You can look on the internet and say, man, and see, that's what people don't understand. The very thing that you're doing on these internets, on this web, people can look at that stuff. And once they look at it, they're not going to want to do business with you. You got a flawed character. You have no integrity. You have no credibility. Every time you look around, there's nothing stable about you. You're unstable mentally. You flop up and down. It's like you got different personalities. So nobody wants to do business with somebody like that. So no, I don't support the Lakesha app. Why? Because the person that's pushing it is wicked as I don't know what. So it makes you not really want to get involved with somebody that's pushing that like that. And I'm pretty sure y'all have experience to where you are afraid to even conduct business with a person because their character is flawed. And we shouldn't conduct business with a person like that. So then he wants to say, well, what about Trump and this and that? Well, hold on for a minute. You got something that you can assure somebody with? Because last I checked, when you be doing your videos, you doing them behind in front of a brick wall, like you sitting in the hallway somewhere stealing internet. So you ain't got no money to try to be insuring somebody about anything. So of course, if we conduct business with somebody else out here, of course we making sure that what we're doing is insured. You got something you can insure somebody with? Every chance you get, you doing a video on Sinetta, but then get mad because we're talking about the Black Hebrew Israelites. But every chance you get to get on Sinetta, you hating on Sinetta. But you go and jump on that brother's panel and ask him to do shows for you and do certain things. And now you hating on him. Telling people not to go over there and support Sinetta, to come over there and support you and give to your Vortex Ministries online. All that stuff. Only reason why you I get it now. Only reason why you sat back and was watching TBN because you was learning all the mannerisms on how to beg for money, basically. Because that's what people was doing. Did I see this going on? People have gotten up out of the church and started to misuse people in the community. That's what they have been doing. Begging for money. So bottom line is this: I'm hip on what's going on. So y'all be fooled if y'all want to, but like I told y'all before, this the same brother that cussed my kids out. Now you got this app out. You just cursed kids and families years ago. So when you start carrying in, because anybody that will curse a child out because they mad at the person, you got a serious problem psychologically. And then if I was y'all, I wouldn't even be doing business with the brother anyways, because number one is what's this brother's real name? Do y'all know the brother's real name? See, we can't be so gullible to try to step up and start doing business with people, and you don't even know who people really are. That's just not how you work with stuff. Especially when you talking about pinging people's locations and finding and doing this and that. And you got Michael Evans over there hacking people. So you can't afford to be giving out any type of information to these computer techs, because they can go on your information and get all your information. So it really wasn't about nobody that was hating on Nature Boy. It was just that we are tired of people misusing us. That's his bottom line. And so we've already got enough people misusing us from the oppressors. And then you got black people that ain't got the game and gone with it, and they don't do nothing but misuse their own people. So then you got Lex Vortex, and y'all can check his track record. This brother has been in the vortex, literally. This brother has been up and down, left and right, to and fro. And nobody knows what directions he's going in. So it seems to me he's following right after Dr. York. You studying all this information, never coming into the knowledge of the truth, always forever learning, and you just a busybody. That's what it's saying to me. You is a busybody, having itching ears, just listening to anything. Now he's a flat earther now. He's a flat earther now. So my main thing is this: no, I don't support the app. And if I was y'all, I wouldn't support it either, because brothers gonna have to get their characters together before anybody start getting supported on anything. Also, a lot of your credibility already in the community. What makes you think that you could come and say, I'm just gonna put this app out and you're supposed to be the savior of the world, but you ain't looked at nothing. I guess you ain't looking at nothing nobody else does. Everybody then stole your ideal, so to speak. So it begins to be foolishness. And I don't know if y'all don't know, but like I say, I've been doing this a long time. And if you look at it, I ain't never asked anybody for a dime. All he been doing is saying, y'all need to get behind me. Hold on, brother. You need to get behind somebody and support their movement. When you gonna start doing that? Why somebody got to get behind your broke behind all the time? And then when you do got an ideal, you ain't even got no money for the ideal. Somebody got to give you the bulk of the money. So when you pushing 40 years old, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. And then you got to realize, what are these people trying to build for themselves? They ain't got nothing to lose. We got something to lose. We got families here. So we ain't got time to be playing games. We press for time. I just told y'all I'm 36 years old. I ain't got time to be playing with somebody. See, these guys, they play all day. Why? Because it's just them. They can live any kind of way. Where they should live any kind of way. But what is this brother's real name? We know everybody's real name but this brother. Who is this brother? Who is he? So y'all better start thinking about stuff before y'all begin to put, because it be the same people that say they mean you well, but really do you harm. So that was the situation today. So in my mind, I'm thinking I'm all types of this, I'm types of that. But hold on for a minute, brother. I ain't asked nobody for nothing. Ever since I met you, you've been begging. Want somebody to get behind you. You got so much to say about the community, but when it comes to some money, where your money at, fam? Why you always taking up a collection plate? We know you ain't no deacon. So what I'm saying is this is, man, your character should match up with your business or with what you're trying to do. I don't know if this brother don't know that. How can you be 40 plus years old and not know that your character plays a great role in how you conduct yourself and your relationship with people? And if you got a bad relationships with people, who gonna want to stand behind you, bro? Ideal. But nobody wants to deal with somebody with with bad mannerism. And so only time somebody deal with somebody like that if they got something to fall back on. Half of the black community, we ain't really got it like that to be playing with you, bruh. Giving anybody something, let alone. So that's one of the reasons why I don't support it. Because this brother get on these panels, talk foolish, and then this supposed to be the face of the Lakesha app. Anybody can come up with an app. You got Europeans that come up and build stuff all day and still go in other nations to get to killing people and doing all types of stuff. So what does that make a difference? So nah, man, I'm not sold on that. But bottom line is, this brother is trying to build some type of occult system that he got going on. And I recognize it and I peep it. And he's always been trying to do that. And when you don't do things his way, this brother get to going crazy, acting silly, taking shots sneakily. And then when you bust the mind and say, hey, bro, what's up with all of this? What's up with that? He had like, hey, he don't know what's going on. So bottom line is this, man, is that we need to know a good name is better than riches. If this person ain't got no good name, I wouldn't even be messing with him like that. Because you will find this brother going on some type of OJ run and getting out here doing stuff with the gloves that don't fit and get away with murder, basically, out here and be on the straight run, you know, and all types of stuff. So what I'm saying is, man, like it's a lot of stuff that these brothers keep secretive. You don't know anything about them. Just be careful, man. Just be careful out here. And so when I mentioned that today, I said, bro, you sitting up there want somebody to somehow push this or push that, bro. You ain't even got, bro. Who are you, bro? What's your real name? You got any kids? Where your family at? You got a wife? You got a woman? What's going on, bro? What do you have? Something to where people can relate to you and say, this brother got something to live for. Because it seemed to me the way you be acting reckless out here, you ain't got nothing to live for. No type of stability. I mean, bro, to be honest, it seems to me, you know, when you gonna stop being a vagabond? When you gonna have some type of stability to where you can be stable, to where people can say, I can trust this brother. This brother got some type of stability about him. I spend my time from 22 all the way up to 27 almost being unstable with my life. Matter of fact, it can even go all the way back. I was always moving around. So until you find out how to be stable and how to create an oasis where you at and make it the best place that it could be, all right. But if you can't do that, then I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, you getting too old to be a Rolling Stone. So it comes a time in your life to where you're not waiting till you're 40 years old to get some type of stability about your life. You get in your mind right now. You stable with your family. Are you stable in general? It wasn't until I got stable to where I can get my mind right. That's why this brother all over the place, man. I used to do the same thing, man. Didn't know what I wanted to do. But one thing I didn't do, I wasn't begging nobody for no money. I knew I had to get out here and I had to work. And I didn't ask nobody for nothing. People will get behind you and support your ideas, but when you got bad integrity, can you be trusted? Is there one stable, solid bone or foundation within you? I don't even know if there is. Because you got a funny way of building relationships with people that don't last long. Then I called you some weeks ago and asked you what's up with that Kanika video that you put out. You lying on that. I don't know why y'all think it's cool to make these videos just to get views and straight be lying. Straight be lying. Got all types of wicked conspiracies just to get views, man. But y'all say the agents of, y'all say that we agents of SHIELD. Or we're agents of the police. But you doing the very work of the enemy, putting these videos out and lying on them. I asked him, I said, bro, why are you telling people that wasn't that girl on that video? And then posted a sloppy video and didn't even post the right one just to get views. Come on, man. Really been off the grid if he was on Facebook every chance he get. That's Babylon right there that's in your hand. Why don't you understand that, man? You letting these people know all what's going on in your area because what you're online doing. You got these little young girls running around over there with leaves on their titties, flopping around, flopping every one of them probably. Come on, bro. We know what's going on, fam. You can't fool me. I'm 36 years old. I got enough sense to know a lot of these young, silly girls is on that stuff, bro. They see you over there on the island. They see you sitting around close to the next. Y'all sitting around, two brothers super close with y'all shirts off, making videos. And then the women, they so silly. They looking at y'all, seeing y'all. And once they see y'all, they silly and gullible. They probably in America already going through some stuff. So then they get over there and then they think listening to your silly behind and you get to flapping them too. And now y'all just got a Greek orgy going on all on this island. Like it's paradise or something. Come on, bro. We know exactly what's going on over there. Because the girls was already speaking on it when they left the place. Lying and stuff. You was already with certain other girls. And so you was already sweet talking them. And then once they got there, you got the flapping with them. You ain't giving them no type of paperwork. Because if you get them pregnant, guess what? You ain't got no. See, listen, let me tell y'all something. Women, don't let these men tie you up with no paperwork. I'm going to tell you that right now. The paperwork was meant for a reason. You know why? Because people don't want to act right. And when they don't want to act right, the paperwork is going to protect you. I'm going to tell you that right now. Don't let them tell you we don't need paperwork. Now, you wouldn't need paperwork if you didn't have liars and people that want to take care of their kids. But from what I'm understanding, people was going to the island because they didn't want to pay child support. If you can't take care of your kids and your family, you less of a person. And if you got kids out there and you ain't taking care of your family, I don't know what type of man is you. You the worst person that there could be. You was a waste of time. You a waste. You're nothing. Especially if you out there making apps and different stuff like that, and you know you got kids, you ain't taking care of your kids. And I ain't talking about Lex or nothing because I don't know if you got kids or not. But if you do got kids, and you making these apps or different things and you ain't taking care of your kids, you didn't lost your mind, man. Before you try to make an app, you need to go find your own child. So these people is crazy, man. So it's a lot of stuff going on out here, man. I sit back and I don't say nothing about it, but then when you get to trying to speak and then making videos, taking shots, you can't take one shot at me because one thing they're going to tell you about LeRon G, bro, is guess what? LeRon G taking care of his family and taking care of family and friends and people that need, bro. That's why I get out here and work, fam. I don't want to be away from my family. I want to be at home with my family. And I get out here and I do what I got to do because I'm a man. I don't ask nobody for nothing. If they give it, they give it. But I do what I got to do. And nobody don't owe me nothing. Nobody owes you nothing, Lex. Why do you feel somebody owe you something, bro? Nothing, man. But to love you. And to love you is to tell you the truth, fam. You need to go get some help. You need to seek some help. If you 40 plus years old, you still don't know what you want to do in life, you need some direction. You need to stop playing on this internet. At least do something. But you need some direction. Bottom line, bro. You need some direction. Flopping all over the place. You ain't got no stability. I don't know why y'all want to sit here and keep playing on this internet, man, and think this is a game. Yeah, I'll be on this internet, but we really resurrecting people, fam. Wow. But at the same time, I be making money, dude. So I can help people out, because at the same time, I don't just want to pray for you. Help you out. What's good as me praying for you, and then when I get done, you still ain't got what you need? That don't make any sense. Above all, I want you to be saved and pray for you, but at the same time, after I do that, I want to make sure I can bless you with something so you can continue on. So bottom line, bro, you ain't fooling nobody, bro. I don't know who you think you fooling, but I think that a lot of people already knew what you was on anyways. So you can say what you want to say. You could be this good speaker, this and that, but what is it gain a man to gain the whole? What is it for a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul? Anybody that flop like you, they can't be trusted. So yeah, these guys can speak real good. Nature Boy can speak real good, and that stuff sound really good. But if you was connected with nature like that, you would get away from all of that stuff, because you don't see the very people that's connected with nature that's in them third world countries. They ain't got no cell phones. Why you got one? Why you got panels and different things? Come on, bro. Stop with the slickery, man. So, you know, if you is on these lands and you ain't following these procedures that you're supposed to be following, then it is what it is. You already know they coming to come get you, fam. You know that already. Then we all type of cowards because we this and that. But you sit back and you still on the internet and you barely even getting by in the world. You know what I'm saying? And we all barely get by, but then when you ain't getting by and then you begging for money, you need to do something different, man. Maybe you need to go, since you like to travel a lot and go jump from state to state, why don't you just get your license and be a truck driver, dude? Then you can go see all the states you want to see and make money at the same time, bro. Why you got to try to make it off somebody else's expense? I don't understand why people do stuff like that, man. And then trying to play like you really trying to help people. Dude, the way you talk to people, you ain't trying to help nobody but yourself, man. And you ain't fooling nobody. You a selfish dude. You always been self-centered and selfish. This stuff all the time. So how you trying to help somebody? You 40 years old, you super emotional. Every time you look around, you see you sitting up there catching this temper tantrum. And you're right. You said one thing that was correct today, Lex. You said something. You said that Bible do cause division. And when you said that, at first I thought you was wrong about that. But then I thought about it. I said, you know what? He is right about that. The Bible does cause division, because you know what? It separates the light from the darkness. And you super dark, fam. That's why you be teaching all those false doctrines like that, because you want people to follow after your mindset. And I don't know, but bro, you act like you was the only child, because the only child is the ones who act like how you act, bro. Or spoil you brat, man. And when you don't get your way, you get to acting crazy. I wanted y'all to get behind the Lakesha movement. No, hold on, bro. Ain't who gonna get behind you the way you been carrying on for the past 5 or 6 years since I've been knowing you? Get behind what? You need to get some type of level of consistency about yourself. Instead of being a vagabond, you might be a Hebrew, because you know why? because the Hebrews was moving around a lot, and you move around a lot. Might be one. So yeah, man, get it together, man. And so yeah, I suggest people don't support that, man, because this brother, he likely to come looking for you just based off of that app. He's a computer tech. He's been known in the past already to be searching information, sitting back, looking up people's, all this old crazy stuff that these brothers was doing on the internet, man. Looking up people's information and silly stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, grow up, dude. Like, you already got Michael Edwards doing dumb, silly stuff. This dude is super ignorant. He's a super troll. You got all these kids, and you sitting up there acting like a kid. Like y'all didn't lost y'all mind, man. Like that, and then make it so bad you broke as ever. And I ain't saying I got money like that, but I know good and well y'all ain't got no money. Y'all always begging for money, sitting back broke. You still in the internet. Michael Edwards broke. He ain't even got a car with air in it. He's sitting at the crib, his house. He'd do better standing in a tent than where he live at. He making all these videos and this and that. You got to be broke. You got 9 kids. And you making them videos like that. What you gonna do, fam? What you gonna do, man? The bottom line is, man, y'all need to get that stuff together, man. Y'all ain't out here working hard enough, man. You rap, whatever you gonna do it. You make music, do what you gonna do. You're a computer tech, do what you gonna do. But it's time to stop playing these games, man. You press for time, and I don't know if you're trying to get rich scheme off your people or whatever you're trying to do. And y'all character a little bit more better than what y'all doing, fam. Y'all did so much in these communities, man. In these communities, from all the way from in the black, all these different things you did. All these different things y'all did. You can't even really go nowhere. You can't even go nowhere. You got to be confined somewhere because you did so much stuff to where when people see you, they might even sock you up, dude. Why you want to even be walking around like that? From somebody you gonna call the FBI on people and all types of stuff, silly stuff, man. That's serious. And for y'all to have that much input on the conscious community, y'all sure ain't giving nobody nothing. When y'all gonna start giving out some money instead of begging for money? Yeah, we gonna put this contribution together, but we need y'all to donate. Hold on, bro. You need somebody to donate for. Put it together, and if they want to give, they give. You got all these ideas, but ain't got no money. So you figure in your mind how you gonna get the money. Well, we know how you gonna get it. You gonna keep on begging. That's what you're gonna do. You gonna keep on begging. No type of integrity, man, at all, man. So I sat there and I listened to these brothers, man. What's going on? Piece of the brother Revelation News. I sat there and I listened to y'all brothers, but at the same time, I had to agree with Perry Hebrew. I got to agree with what that other brother was saying. They've been watching Nature Boy for the longest. And this brother is running a cult. And the only reason why you for it, Lex, because you are a occultist. Everybody already know you are a occultist, dude. It's clear to see that. And I understand they believe Christianity, and most people may say, well, Christianity is a cult, and that's fine. But what I mean is this brother, Lex Vortex, he wants to get this certain group together with us witches and warlocks and all types of rebellious people. And they just go off on this island and just like Nature Boy. You know what I'm saying? Now, one thing I do is I respect him for going to go buy property Costa Rica, or whatever the case may be, however he got it. That's cool. I respect that. I don't knock that. But what I do knock is when you taking these women with you and you gather them together, all these wives, and one of the first lady who you took with you was supposed to be your wife. You ain't got no paperwork on her, and you do need some paperwork, because if you start having kids with these, the inheritance got to be settled. You got to know what's going to inherit what. Always get you a paper trail when it comes to dealing with people. One thing I got to say about white people, they got a paper trail. They got a paper trail. Why is it that these guys always want to conduct business with you but don't want no paperwork? Why is it that these guys always want to get with these women, right, or court these women, and basically when it comes to a kid come up out of the situation, they act like they don't know what's going on. They act like they wasn't going up in the raw. And then they ain't nowhere to be found. They out on the island. They up in Costa Rica with Nature Boy. Come on, man. Let's be for reals, man. We got all of these young boys that we got, right? And they need a male role model in their lives. They can't have a mother being their role models because the mother, she's feminine. And so then when we see the feminine principle starting to be more on the child, then we wonder why we got homosexuality within this world like we got it. Because our children are being raised by majority of women. And women do the best that they can. But then when you got overgrown men, they rather play on the internet and not take care of their families, then that's crazy. I break my neck to take care of my family. And to be honest, you know, I'm in a position where I'm a black man. So I got it even harder to get out here and do what I got to do, because the odds is really against me, because you got wicked people that want to oppress me as a black man because my ancestors were slaves and they believe I'm the child of a slave. And so I'm not worth nothing to them. But I get out here and I do what I got to do as a man. You know what I'm saying? And I take care of my family. I don't ask nobody for nothing. And if they willing to help, then they help. And if they do help, I always try to give them back more than what they helped me with. So that's just crazy, man, for brothers to even be thinking with this occultic mindset, tricking our women, man. Knowing already that women are more emotional than men. And you go and so if you going out here and you having multiple of these women, and then you telling them, basically the sister said that he telling them, far as them being reproductive or having kids, that's not something he really with. Then what's up then? You just screwing them to be screwing them? You like them, you get them to come to the island and you flap them, and you flapping any time of the day that you want to? Come on, bro. And then make a video and got these sisters, then you looking at somebody else's wife right here on the camera, and I'm saying you looking at the woman. I'm just looking like, bro, I would not be on this island with my wife, and my wife, she got a nice body, with you crazy, silly looking dudes running around, man, with cell phones, with no shoes on. Tomorrow I want to be close to nature, but you got a cell phone in your hand and other other type of technology, generators, matter of fact, using gas and putting fumes back up into nature, which you say that you love. They're telling people you want to be close to nature, so you got to take off your shoes and walk around, but you got a cell phone in your hand. How close is you? Do you know that if you really want to talk about what it takes to produce these phones and the material and all types of nuclear energy that we waste just to produce all of the equipment that we got into the atmosphere, but then get people right on a plane or a boat and fly them right over to Costa Rica. And do you know how much pollution the aviation puts in the sky? But you want to be connected to nature. And then you got to call yourself nature boy, but you got generators and cell phones, and you connected on it. So these brothers are running a cult on the island, man. And so when I speak on it, then when other brothers speak on it, this being one, and I just found out about the stuff. How I found out was it because I seen some stuff that I seen some stuff that what's called was talking about. What's his name? What's that brother's name? I forgot his name, but he was talking about. I seen him posted it, so I looked at it and I checked. I'm like, who is this guy? Said this guy's running a cult on the island. I guarantee you, this guy got. And then this young lady, she posted a picture of it. When she posted the picture of the video, I'm just looking at this whole time, and I said, this girl, she only like 19 or 21 years old. She influenced by this. She finna go off to this island and finna get flapped too a couple of times. And then after a while, when he get tired of them, he get a couple of new ones to come in town. Come on, man. Before you get done, this dude gonna have 700 to 800 wives. He gonna be on some Solomon stuff. And there's a reason behind that stuff why not to be doing that, man. So bottom line is this, man. The gig is on you. Right. Definitely, Ishay. We see that the majority of people that are fatherless and that their households is broken up. It's they have more of a chance. Like he said they have an 80% chance of being incarcerated. And one of the things we got to realize, this is the reason why, to where when the Europeans or the oppressors came in, they broke up the homes. This is also the same reason why the every other empire did the same thing, especially the Semitic cultures. The Semitic cultures, the first thing when they came in to come and conquer you, they broke up the family. And they went and had sex with your women to spread their seed. They did that on purpose. So a lot of people, when they go into capture, these are what you call war tactics. That's what it's called. I just want to speak on some certain things, man, and let people know, you know. And another thing too is, most people, they want to get mad. They want to say, "Oh, I'm this type of coon," or "I'm this and that." But hey, I can care less of what you think about me, because to be honest, I'm for righteousness. I'm pro-righteous. In other words, what do I mean by that? Is to whoever's righteous and of the same mindset being righteous, I'm with you. I'm with you. But if you offer to a wickedness, and you not partial in your judgment, when somebody come to you and you know they did wicked, and instead of you correcting them, you right with them and taking their side with them, then I'm against you. Then I don't care if you black, white, whatever color you is. Wicked is wicked, and it is the majority of people is wicked, whether you black, white, whatever, Asian, whatever you want to call yourself. Wickedness is wickedness, and so I recognize that. So all I'm saying is this: is you can say what you want to say about me, but I ain't partial in my judgment. If you righteous and you speak on something, and I felt like today that me and Perry Hebrew, we don't get along, but I felt like he was speaking on something that was right. They've been watching that brother, man, and they've been doing their homework on him. And how is it that they can see it, and I see the same thing, and say these brothers running the code over here, man? And so when I heard them and they were speaking on, I was like, it was just confirming what I had already seen, man. It don't take no rocket scientist knowing somebody trying to get over. And that's what you be trying to do, Lex. You try to get over on people, bruh. You try to get over on people. You use people till you can't use them no more, then you move on. That's that vagabond spirit, man. That's what that is, bruh. You like a nomad, brother. You's a wandering nomad. So yeah, you might be a Hebrew because you got that mentality where you just moving around, bruh. Moving around on foot, causing all types of stuff. And then you got these, all these different type of personalities in you, dude. You know what I'm saying? Well, with that being said, man, I just want to end it on that note, man. But I ain't far from being a fool, man. I know what's really going on. But I know one thing, y'all brothers need to stop playing on these sisters like that. Then they're trying to be slick behind it. Cause really, the polygamy thing is just something that you dealing with that lust. You dealing with that lust, and we all have a struggle when it comes to women, because they definitely make it hard for us. But at the same time, you better fight that thing. So you don't need to be getting out here gathering all these women like that, and just dealing with one woman. Enough, they some lovable things, but at the same time, you can't even deal with one woman, let alone you try to deal with 2 or 3 of them, and you ain't even doing right by the one. So this is just crazy, man. It's just crazy, man. So don't try to play any games, bro. Try to be slick about it. You know what I'm saying? And like I told y'all, this is one of the reasons why I don't support the Lakesha app.